Hey, welcome. Today, we're going to decode a mystery that's all around you, every single day. What is it that actually turns a simple piece of clothing into a powerful fashion statement? Let's unlock that code.
You've seen it, right? You see a plain white t-shirt. One costs, I don't know, $10, and another one costs $500, and they look pretty much identical. So what is going on? What are you really paying for? Because it's definitely not just the cotton. It's something else entirely.
Well, here's the secret. A garment? That's just the object. It's the physical stuff, the fabric, the thread. But fashion, fashion is something else. It's that invisible layer of meaning, that story, that myth that gets wrapped around the object. And believe me, that myth is built very, very carefully.
And this process, it isn't just random. Not at all. It's a system. You could even call it a code. And way back, decades ago, one absolutely brilliant thinker cracked it wide open, giving us the key to decode all the messages hidden in our clothes.
That thinker was the French theorist Roland Barthes. And in his kind of legendary 1967 book, The Fashion System, he made this huge claim. Fashion works exactly like a language. Every single piece of clothing isn't just a thing you wear, it's a sign, and it's designed to communicate a very specific message.
Okay, so if fashion is a language, then how do you write it? How does it work? Well, Barthes broke it all down for us. He showed us that there are three distinct layers of meaning that all work together to turn a boring old garment into a powerful fashion statement.
He called them the three garments. So first up, you have the real garment. That's the actual thing itself, right? A sweater hanging on a rack. It doesn't say anything. Then you get the image garment. That's a photo of the sweater. Okay, now it has a look, a vibe, but what it means is still kind of up in the air. And then comes the final step, and this is the one that changes everything. The written garment. We're talking about the text that goes with the image, the caption in the magazine, the slogan in the ad, the hashtags on Instagram. Barthes basically argued that without this text, fashion doesn't exist. The words are what give the image its meaning, its direction, and its power. The technical term he used for this is anchorage, and it is the perfect word for it. Just think of an image like a boat, kind of floating around in a sea of possible meanings. The text, that's the written garment, is the anchor that drops down and locks it into one specific interpretation. It tells you exactly what to think and how to feel about what you're seeing. And what's wild is that this method of anchoring meaning, it isn't new, not at all. It has been the engine driving fashion for centuries. The technology, the media, that's all changed, for sure. But the fundamental code, it has stayed exactly the same. I mean, think about it. Back in the 17th century, you had these illustrated fashion plates with little bits of text describing the styles of the French court. Fast forward to the 20th century, and you've got glossy magazines like Vogue using captions to sell you not just a dress, but a whole lifestyle. And today, it's Instagram posts, where captions and hashtags do the exact same heavy lift. So here's the fun part. Once you understand this code, you really can't unsee it. You now have the key. You're the decoder now. You can start spotting these fashion messages being beamed at you every single day on your own social media feed.
Let's use a perfect modern example. You're scrolling, you see a picture of someone in a simple beige cardigan. By itself, it's just a cardigan, right? That's the image garment. But then you see the written garment, the caption. It's got hashtags like hashtag quiet luxury or hashtag old money. And bam! Instantly, that text anchors the meaning. That cardigan isn't just a piece of wool anymore. Now it's a powerful symbol of class, of inherited wealth, of a certain kind of sophisticated taste.
So here's the big takeaway. The most crucial point of all of this is that when you decide to buy something based on these messages, you're not just buying a physical object. You're not just buying clothes. You are buying the myth. You are buying into the story that the written garment has so perfectly and so effectively anchored to that piece of fabric. And all this leaves us with a really fascinating question for today. In a world completely dominated by short-form video like TikToks and AI-generated images, where text can sometimes feel like an afterthought, is the power of the written garment finally fading away? Or, and this is what I think, has it just mutated? Has it transformed into new, sneakier forms, like on-screen text or even the keywords in a video description that help you find it? Something to think about next time you scroll.